Hi guys, good morning. It's Cara once again. I'm showing you my string of hearts. That's my variegated one, and that's just the ordinary ones. And yeah, I'm showing you how I did my own propagation to make this plentiful of it. So first and foremost, I'll tell you a bit of background of how I managed to have this plant. A few years ago I bought string of hearts. This is my original one that's still an original pot, and and then it became longer and longer, and then I did manage to propagate from that one to this, to another pot which is still in the sunroom. I can't take it out, and then into that, and into this, and I keep propagating like every year. This was last after a year and after a year, and this year I am doing three pots of it, and this was done a few days back, and this is how I'm showing you with this one. So oh god, sorry. One tip that I'm going to show you, to tell you, is before you propagate this plant, to make it sure, in my way of doing it, I'll make it sure that the plant is well watered. You can tell because the leaves in itself is very stiff and quite thick. This is quite a succulent type of plant, and yeah, it's quite thick, and you know, and it's very stiff. You can tell as well that it needs watering because it's just so bendy. This one I have just quite soft, and you know, a bit of wrinkly in the end of it. I just planted, sorry. I have just watered it last night. I came back from home, and then realized that this really needs water. I'm not really worried to water it straight away, like if I noted that this plant hasn't been watered, because in all honesty, this plant produces a bulb like that one. This is the bulb of the plant, it's protruding out. So yeah, so that's full of water. One thing also that to kill this plant is totally overwatering. I have less likely what's this, kill the plant with less water, but in my part, in all the plants I have, mostly I have noticed that they can easily be, you know, suffocate with keep watering if you're heavy with it anyhow. So yes. So what I do with this plant is with this one, this is the original pot, and with this variegated one, I really wanted to propagate this one maybe next year. It's just that I am still what's this? This is what from last year I propagated this. In how I do it, I'll show it to you in a few minutes time, maybe a few seconds time. Anyway, so yeah, I bought this one in just a bit 2 or 3 strings from a seller in eBay, and I've done it myself, and yeah. And then now this time, which I'll show you the picture in the original plant when it was still not like this. You see what I mean? It's very gorgeous. At the back of this, it's pink. This lives in my kitchen, by the way, and then it's just trailing up, and it's gorgeous. This is kind of a purplish, yeah. So yeah, so what I do is I cut a 1 string or maybe 2, and then I'll so this is the string that I've already cut off. Where was it? I can't find it anymore. It's gone. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, so I haven't got so yeah, this is the string. You can tell this is from that pot. And the string, it's this one, this one, this one, there. So what I'm going to do is cut this off. Yeah, that's all the leaves that I've already cut. So I'll cut this string off. Yeah, where was I? Cut them off there. There it is. So I got this string of hearts. Yeah, see that? So what I do is cut them into every node of the plant. And on, and then on. String of hearts at the minute today in my care is in their flowering season. Yeah, it's September, and yeah, so some of them are in flowers. So yeah, so that's how I do this, and then that's it. Where was the other end? So yeah, so this is the cut plant, because with this plant, in every joint or every node in there grows a bulb. This is this is the flower bit. If I do my propagation, I'll rather take the flower, because it gives a lot of energy from the plant. What I wanted it to do is put up that bulb, so I cut that flower off. So I'll show you the node, because one of my strings here got a node that you know, develop into a bulb, and then you can plant it off. It's easier. This is, as I said, this is the bulb, if I haven't showed it yet, and this is the plant bulb. See that? That's, yeah, that's the bulb. If you plant it, this would be the yeah. This by the way, is a tea lamp. There were glass in each window of this one, and then that's the door. But then, yeah, but I bought it on sale, because I think one or two of the glass was broken, and I have put what's this, uses as my trailing plant. And there's another bulb there, if you could see that. Yeah, those one. Yeah, those are the ones. So yeah, what I do, and the other thing as well that's very helpful for me, is the things that I need. So obviously you have a scissors for you to cut them off cleanly, and I got this wire, a very thin and flimsy one, and I got a cutter, small cutter. Yeah, and then I cut them into that size and bend it in the middle. Yeah, and then turn it into this, because what I do, I don't bury the these leaves in the soil, because there's a lot of tendency that it will rot. So what I do is just lay it on the top of the soil like that. This is all done. I've already done it at earlier on, and I lay them there just for you to see. And I got this the wire, and I'll just put them in the middle where should be the node. Where is the joint node there, which is will develop into like that. This is the middle of the node. It will develop into a bulb. So just lay on the top of the soil. By the way, my soil is wet, and yeah, and which is you know, I normally do anyhow. So yeah, so put it in the top of the soil, and then I got this wire in between those, push it in. You have to be very gentle, because sometimes when you push it in too much, it will cut one of the leaf, which I've done so many times. So you have to be very careful when you push it in. So, and that's another one there. That's the wire. You know what I mean? So yeah. And this is how I do it. This is, I've already done this one. Yes, you can see the wires I pushed in. And this is the end of the string. I just like it that way because I want it to be as quick as I want to, whatever suits you the best. But this is another way of I've done, those are the end of the strings, and this is just the leaf in between. Those are the big leaves like this. So I hope, guys, you have learned from my experience or from this video, and this is how I do my own thing. So what's this? You have to make it sure I don't because this soil is wet, you don't water it as much as you should. Keep it a what's this, just right, you know what I mean. It's not too wet, especially not too very wet, and not too very dry as well. Just just dump. So yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So yeah, so this is how I do it, guys. I hope you've learned from it, and this is how my way of doing my propagation. And yeah, so with this one, I'll put the pictures, as I said. And yeah, so this is what this lives in my bathroom. This lives in my daughter. I just move it because she likes it. She's 11 years old. She's in year 7, and then she's asked me if she could have that plant in her bedroom. So yeah, and this lives in my kitchen. It's so nice if your children like appreciate plants. And yeah, it's just I do sometimes ask them to one time they killed my plant over watering, but I did not in a way tell them off. I don't want to discourage them to love plants, but just to tell them in a way to do it. So yeah, so that's a different story. So I always get these things anyway. So yeah, hopefully, guys, you have what's this, I've learned from it, and I hope you enjoy this video, and then you've got some information from this one. So I'll probably post a different video next. It's about this in how I treated my plants with this spray. Yeah, because when I came back from my holiday, as I said, I went to the Philippines for nearly 4 weeks. I haven't been to the Philippines for nearly about 7 years, because when I first go in there, my children are still quite so young, and they adjusted so much. Anyway, so yeah. So I got few when I came back. I have a problem with infestation of this bug. Oh god, I can't remember this bug. This is very minute, and yeah, I probably will put the name in that thing there. So yeah, and I was really very busy in battling with this pest, but I think I'm winning at the minute. I do hope so, but yeah. So anyway, guys, I hope this video is quite informative in your side, but this is how I successfully propagated my plants. So if you got a bit of a questions, you can always drop a comment on in this video. So have a nice day and have a lovely weekend ahead of you guys. Bye for now. Bye. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed and put like if you do enjoyed it. Bye.